listening to this podcast right now. Do you want to hear a fucking podcast about anything and everything? Yeah. Like movies, music, television, and more?
Oh my God.
Well, you've come to the right place. Yes. Subscribe to Journey into Comics Network, and you get Podcastrophe, hosted by me, Dick. Why not throw a couple bucks to the Patreon? It's your choice. Yeah. This is a Podcastrophe.
That sounds so awesome.
The following
Journey into Comics.
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 Network.
Production.
This is a tasty burger.
You ever tried shawarma? There's a shawarma joint about 2 blocks from here. I don't know what it is, but I want to try it.
Do you want some coffee, Mr. Tully?
Do I? Yes, have some.
Yes, have some.
Is butter a carb? Will you stop eating?
We elves try to stick to the 4 main food groups. Candy, candy canes, candy corns, and syrup.
I ate his liver with some fava beans and a nice Chianti.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Foodies Watching Movies. It's Season 3, Episode 23. I am your host, Nate. Today, joining me, as always, co-host, co-creator of Foodies Watching Movies. You guys know her and love her. Welcome back once again, Miss Veronica.
What's up?
How's it going?
Oh, not too bad. How you doing?
I'm doing really well. Also joining us today, welcome back on the podcast yet again for the 22nd of 23 times in a row. Miss Sara, how's it going?
22?
Yeah, you've done all but 1 episode this season.
Oh.
Or maybe all but 2.
Hooray. You did it.
Pretty damn good for somebody who initially didn't want to do it. You weren't necessarily certain that you were going to be a fan of this. And I'm glad you got into it, you know. But you know what's crazy? I need to mention this before we go much further, because today in the podcasting world, very special celebration. Today is the 2-year anniversary of Journey into Comics Network.
Woohoo!
So, here we are. We've made it 2 years. We are moving on. This is one of the flagship shows of the network. I mean, it was right alongside the other shows right in the very beginning, and here we are. But
here we are. We've arrived.
What are we doing today?
Well, we're talking some food and movies. We've been eating a lot of food, and we've seen some good movies lately.
Yeah, I would say we've seen a lot of decent films lately. We've had some food adventures. We've had some bad luck with food.
Yeah,
We've tried
all of
something
the above.
crazy that I can't believe we tried that we'll be discussing at some point today. What the actual F word?
Yeah, that was an interesting food adventure. Maybe we should just jump right into it. Food adventures, because that's what mostly we've been doing lately is adventures in food.
Yeah, let's talk about it. Where do you want to go in our food adventures? Should we start with the giant ridiculousness that was our Chicago adventure?
Sure, why not?
All right, well, Sarah, it was your sister's birthday. Was that last weekend?
Maybe.
No.
2 weekends ago?
It was 2 weekends ago.
So, yeah, you're right. So 2 weekends ago, we went to Chicago to hang out with Sandy for her birthday, because she turned 30. And we ended up meeting up at a place called Poke Burrito.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we never really venture into Chicago to eat.
No.
We also ventured right the fuck past the place. Whoosh.
It was so awkward.
And that's one of the reasons why we never ventured to Chicago to eat. It's really hard to find places and parking, and it's like a hot fucking mess driving up there.
Oh, yeah, we were in the South Loop. What'd you expect?
Yeah.
And
they were like all prepping for Lollapalooza, and everything was all a mess.
Oh, and it was a weird. What the hell was next door? What
was
that?
So we're walking down the sidewalk there, trying to find this sushi burrito place.
We're following our GPS like a normal 2019 human being.
Yeah,
right.
And there's like this massive line.
I think it was like a shoe designer or something. Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, because after we left the sushi place, like I overheard some people that were still in line, because I saw a sign on the door that said, please wait for a appointment to like you had to like make an appointment to go in, and then they like would see a few people at a time. And I think it was like a designer signing or something.
Whoa.
Well, it was not for us.
No. It looked pretty tough. They were all mean mugging us, little like punk people like walking.
And we walked past the burrito place because the line was covering the door.
Yeah, we couldn't even see the sign for the burrito place.
Yeah.
We had to like squeeze our way through, and we finally made it into this nice little burrito place. And I gotta say, it was worth the misadventuring.
Yeah.
Man, it was not what I think you expect from a restaurant like that. Like, you hear you're going to have this new kind of food because it is kind of the millennial thing.
Being very 2019 that day.
But, like, it was just interesting because it wasn't like you sat down, somebody came to the table, took each of our orders individually, decided what we want. You grabbed a little card, which I have our cards because I'm a nerd like that, and you fill it out what you want, kind of like, what is that, like, Penn Station, right, does that? Something like that? Where's the place that we go that does something like that? They have it on the bag. You fill out all this shit on the bag, what you want.
Five Guys?
No. There's something. I know what you're talking about.
It was Witch.
Oh,
I didn't go there.
How did you even remember that?
Because it was not very good.
No,
it was not very
weird.
It was very not. No.
That's probably why I haven't been there.
It was convoluted. The whole ordering system was just...
Literally, you pick up a bag. The bags are different sizes, so that denotes like what size your bread is going to end up being. You know.
Oh my God, how annoying!
Oh yeah, you had to like be on to know even how to order your own shit, and it's like just.
How do you not know what you want on your sandwich?
I don't know. It was like a 12-year-old designed it.
I love that we just got another John Panette reference on Foodies 2 weeks in a row. That's excellent.
Maybe we shouldn't try to incorporate one every episode.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. Sneak them in.
You can't really sneak that one in. Nobody saw that.
Did the John Panette stomp.
Yeah, it was kind of dumb in retrospect.
Anyway, what were we talking about?
We were talking about this poke burrito.
Oh, yeah, sushi burritos, guys.
We had to wait for Sandy. She finally got there. She was a few minutes behind us.
She also passed up the place because
their
people were blocking the door. So she's like, oh, yeah, I couldn't find the place.
And we're like, I remember we were like looking on the GPS like complete tourist mode because we were just like, this place should have been like right here.
It was real dumb.
Where the fuck is this place?
We turned around. It was dorky. But so Sandy finally gets there. We grab our cards. We all fill out what we want. We walk up to the register and hand it to them. And then they just like kind of just like half-assedly say her name because like I didn't even hear her say my name. It was just like, hey.
I don't think they spoke very much English.
Well, whatever.
I mean, they spoke English.
Let it be what it be, but it was just like I didn't really hear her vocalize my name, and I just like looked and there was a tray up there, and I was like, what's that? And like kind of shimmied up to it. Like, took a little peek-see at the card, and it said Nate, and I was like, it's mine. Oh, I get the first one. Holy cow.
And these monstrosities were gigantic.
What the fuck?
So, like, how many pieces of sushi do you actually think would be in the sushi burritos we ate?
30. I think it's like a 30.
No, probably like 12.
I was going to say 12 as well. Yeah.
Really?
That was like, I felt as full as if I got like 2 rolls.
Yeah, I felt like
two large ones
would feel after I ate like the big lobster
specialty,
roll.
2 specialty.
Well, I guess I felt sick, and I was comparing it to like the dragon roll, which has like 12 pieces usually naturally. Yeah. So I think it was like double that at least. So I felt like more like 24. It was. I mean, it was a burrito as big as your head, but it was sushi. It was crazy.
It was massive burritos made out of sushi. And goddamn, if it was not so good.
It was so good.
It was unbelievable.
And one thing I really loved is the fact that you got to decide what you wanted in it specifically.
That was beautiful to me because I'm really picky. I'm especially picky about sushi because we live in the Midwest, so it's hard to find good sushi around here. And, I also don't particularly like raw fish, so I'm really picky about what I do want in it. Mm-hmm. And this place was like tailor-made for me. It was perfect. And what I also enjoyed about it is that you had your choice between getting the nori, like the seaweed wrap, or getting the soy wrap, which is what I got. And that was way fucking better.
I think you were the only person on the whole table that got the soy wrap.
I was.
And you were like, seriously, it's really fucking good. You tried it?
It was good.
Yeah, it was really good.
You got a lot of interesting stuff in yours. So like I said, there's certain things that you have like a limit on. You could have done this as a bowl or you do it as a burrito, but it was like, why do it as a bowl if you're going for the burrito experience?
Right.
But in the second time we go there, it's going to be all about the bowl experience.
Next time we go there, I am going to do the bowl just because the burrito was unbelievably large. I liked, when I'm eating it, I kind of wanted to be able to have a bite of all of the shit at once, but they were so big I could only eat certain areas of it at a time.
Yeah, like they need to toss it all together, all your ingredients together before they put it into your burrito.
That would have been nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like compartmentalized like sushi is.
Right, which I can appreciate that, but they also compartmentalized the sauce that I wanted on it, so only one section had sauce, like the unagi sauce.
Oh,
and
that's the good stuff.
Yeah, like I wanted it on all of my fucking sushi, you know?
You wanted to enjoy it across the board, yes.
Yeah, it would have made it outstanding.
So you got the soy paper, you got sweet onion, sweet corn, and avocado as your ingredients. It was cool because at least for the vegetable-based ingredients, there was no limit, or fruit-based ingredients, there were no limit. You could have got every single thing on their menu.
Right. You could fill that sucker with whatever you want.
Okay. And then you have sauces. They tell you not to do more than 3. You only did 1 with the unagi sauce, but like you said, it was kind of weak and didn't go through the whole thing.
Next time I would do 3.
Yeah, you would maybe unagi 2, 3.
Ask for extra.
Extra.
Yeah,
unagi.
I would ask for extra.
You got, for your protein crab salad, you could choose up to any 3, but then after 3 it costs another $1. So that's actually a really great deal too. Mm-hmm. You're getting 3 different proteins. We'll talk about what I decided to do in a minute. You finished it with the tempura crunch and crunch onion. Mm-hmm. And you were ultimately satisfied with this, I say.
There was also corn in mine.
Yeah, I said that. Sweet
Did you
corn.
say corn?
Yeah, sweet onion, sweet corn, avocado.
Yeah, mine was delicious. I loved it. I would get the same thing again, but I would get it in a bowl.
Sarah, do you want to talk about yours? I agree. I think the bowl is the way to go because I don't remember which one you ordered.
And what was nice is that you could get a small, medium, or large of the bowl. So if you're not like super feeling a gigantic sushi burrito, you can get like a normal size portion.
Yeah,
should be like the equivalent of probably like 4 rolls.
Yeah, and another thing that's really nice about this too is, with the burrito, I felt less inclined, like I didn't want to take it home because I just didn't think it was going to survive the trip. It was going to get
right. So we ate
gross.
All of it.
But I think with the bowl, I think you would just be able to put a lid on it and be golden.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if you don't finish it all, you can take it home.
Sarah had this ingenious idea that was inspired by the later part of our day in Chicago when we went to some stores and stuff, and we saw this amazing cooler that was like, from like, it's supposed to be like an vintage 80s retro. Inspired, like with the teal blue, and the white handle, and it was perfect, and I really want it, and it was only tiny. Like $10. But that would be nice to start taking with us on trips like that, little cooler. And then if we ever decide we want to take leftover sushi home from the city,
it's not going to get warm and gross.
Right, we just have to keep a little ice pack in the cooler or some shit.
Yeah.
It's grown-up thinking for you.
I probably still would have eaten it.
Yeah, well.
Honestly. But,
hey, you know what I just realized is still out in the truck? Speaking of Nate not eating leftovers.
Oh, hey, Sarah, what's still out in the truck?
I don't know.
Where did we eat last weekend after our show?
Oh, no. It was really hot outside today.
Our delicious waffles from Waffle House.
Oh.
They've just been bacon in the truck
I
with
didn't
bacon.
Even remember that
bacon with bacon.
Leftovers.
Me neither. Yeah.
I remember. Whoopsie. We'll have to
that's a
deal with that another day.
Let's talk about my sushi burrito.
Please do, yeah.
Yes,
I was going to ask you.
How about that? What did I get?
What did you get?
This thing. I got the veggie mix. I got a whatever, one of the ones on the menu.
It's like a preloaded one.
Yeah, one of the ones they made up. And it had these things in it. Organic tofu, avocado, cucumber, oshinko, I don't know what that is. Edamame, carrot, sweet corn, seaweed salad, sweet onion, green onion, crunch onion, ginger, sesame seed, and house poke sauce.
Ooh.
That's a lot of shit.
Yeah. That's why I wanted it. I was like, there's just like a ton of like crazy things in it. And it was excellent. It was really good.
Yeah, you ate pretty much all of yours as well, huh?
I ate all of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
really
too good to not eat the whole thing.
It was ridiculously good.
And honestly, like, it felt really nice afterwards. We went for a walk through the city, and went to some stores and did some window shopping and whatnot. And that meal was just, like, the perfect fuel for walking around Chicago.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it was a nice night.
Yeah, I realized you didn't get any rice in yours.
Yeah, I did.
You did? I didn't see it marked. My fault. Did you get regular or brown rice?
Regular.
Oh, because it says right. Oh, no. Oh, yeah, burrito, white rice only.
Mm-hmm.
My bad.
Mine came with white rice.
So, see, if you were to decide to go the bowl route, you could have went with brown rice if you were feeling it more.
True that.
Or mixed green.
I really like jasmine rice.
What is mixed green?
Like vegetable, like salad, like mixed greens. Instead of a starch, you'd get like
like an actual salad.
Yeah.
Interesting.
People actually like
fucking millennials.
Salad, And I'm not one of those people,
neither.
but
I don't mind salad.
I don't like salad unless it's Olive Garden salad.
Oh.
And it's accompanied by giant baskets of breadsticks with Alfredo sauce.
That's just like wet lettuce,
Yeah.
Yeah, and
like,
lettuce is just
like
fucking
tangy
crunchy
wet
water.
Yeah, that's true.
I like salad. You guys know I do.
Yeah. I like some salads. Like, I like the spinach salad with the poppy seed dressing and strawberries in it and feta cheese. That's a go-to salad of mine that I like. And then I also like this other salad that has like apples, feta cheese, an apple-based vinaigrette, like cinnamon vinaigrette.
Interesting.
And maybe some pears in it and spring mix. That's really yummy.
I see.
Before we get too far down the road of salads, because it's interesting, I was just thinking about salads in my head. And does taco salad count?
Not as salad.
Damn it.
No?
Man.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of different things that are considered salads, like Jello salads and chicken salad and egg
macaroni salad,
potato salad, and ambrosia salad.
Ham salad.
Ew, why are we talking about salads? Now I'm getting grossed out.
Oh, like you think about it, those like 70s cookbooks.
Yeah.
Have everything like suspended in gelatin.
Oh, yeah.
I have some of those books.
Yeah. Oh, there's some in this house.
Okay, well, I'm going to reel it back in and come back to the poke burrito because I didn't reveal mine.
Okay, go ahead.
Got $1. Almost got you. Okay, anyways. I did the Bilgerone as well. I did seaweed paper with white rice. I got cucumbers, mandarin orange, and avocado. For some reason, I stuck with only 3. In retrospect, I'm like, why didn't I also go pineapple and sweet corn? It would have been amazing. But oh well, c'est la vie.
Oh shit, pineapple and mandarin and corn and crab salad.
Totally.
Holy shit.
Next level.
And ginger.
It's
That's
almost like
next time.
Yeah, I'm telling you. I got 3 sauces though. I got the spicy aioli, which is a spicy sriracha blend into a creamy mayonnaise, creamy spice. The volcano sauce. Oh, I only got 2, not 3. I was gonna get the sweet chili as well, and I decided against it. But I also got the volcano sauce, which was a sweet and spicy teriyaki flavored sauce. And then I decided to go for all 3 proteins. I got naked tuna, spicy tuna, and crab salad. Delicious. And then I went with the tempura crunch because tempura is life.
Nice.
And it was everything I've ever wanted in sushi and more. And I just every bite was just like, yes, give it to me.
I really liked all the crunchy aspects that I had in my sushi burrito.
Like
the crispy
tempura
onion.
and the onion.
That was so good. It was like crispy French fried onions, like on a green bean casserole.
Ooh.
It was so good.
Man.
Yeah, for the win, I'd get that anytime.
Yeah, I wish a place like this would open up closer to us because it would do well, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. It'd be niche enough,
Yeah, there's not a lot of diverse restaurants around here.
Nope.
Lots of hamburger joints and fast food.
Too much fast food. We've been having lots of fast food.
Mm-hmm.
Too much.
And DoorDash adventures.
And gas station misadventures.
Did you know that DoorDash totally just disregarded a whole order of mine?
Yeah, I think you were telling me about that, weren't you? What happened?
Okay, so Sarah was teaching her lesson, and then afterwards we were getting some food, and we ordered on DoorDash. And she's like, we're going to have risottis. And I'm like, oh, that's awesome. I like pizza. Risottis I've heard pretty good. I think I've had risottis before. I think we've had risottis before together. At least once the one in St. John.
Yeah. I've had like the by the slice to go from Rosati's.
Exactly. Well, I'm looking on their menu.
Wasn't my favorite.
Well, I'm looking on their menu, though, and I noticed that they have this bomb-ass sandwich. It's like an Italian sandwich, but it's like with the works plus and then some, and I was like, oh, it's got like 3 different cheeses, and I was just like watering at the mouth seeing it. Like, I absolutely want to eat that, so I order it. Food arrives after 45 or 50 minutes. There's only 4 items of the 5 items in the bag. My item's not even on the receipt. Damn. They just straight up deleted it. Mm-hmm. So Sarah had to call, like the badass that she is, and get this shit settled.
Sharon.
And what happened? I don't even remember how this all played out.
I got real mad. I called them.
Well, yeah, clearly.
And
but I mean, how did my order get erased?
They don't know. Because the manager was very nice. I was very upset, but then I was reasonable. But yeah, I don't know. They don't know. DoorDash is stupid.
We've been having a lot of problems with DoorDash.
Yeah,
it's hit or miss.
But it was just super weird because I put it in the cart, and then why would I not order you food?
No, totally. I didn't assume you did.
And when I sent
food.
it off, when you send a thing off in DoorDash, it tells you how many items as it's sending the thing off to the restaurant or whatever. And yeah, it was on there. And then it just
was
took
itemized?
it off. Yeah, and the lady
did you pay for that?
No, it took it off of the total as well.
And here's what
crazy.
I think we came to learn: there are several different Rosatis.
They have a different menu.
All but one location have a different menu.
Yeah. And the location you ordered from was the one that has a different menu?
No, they were the one that had the regular menu, but the different menu is on the DoorDash.
Oh.
Yeah.
So it's fucking them up every time people order that sub. They're just like, why am I not getting my sub? Right. So I'm sitting here for almost 2 hours now without food. This lady, general manager of the store or whatever, personally delivered me hot wings.
And free cheese curds that were outstanding. I had a hard time not eating the entire order of them, and I shouldn't have more than 3 of them. And I ate 3 handfuls of them. They were ridiculous.
Nice. I haven't tried those yet. That sounds good. Oh man,
she said they were new. She offered me a free app, and I very happily accepted free cheese curds.
Well, yeah, because DoorDash is a pain in the ass sometimes.
Yeah, and then we ranted together.
Well, you know what's awesome? That lady told me at the door, she was like, hey, you guys are only 0.3 of the mile off of our map. Call in and place the order. Anytime we'll deliver to you. And I was
that's nice.
Wicked.
She's probably like, I don't want to F with DoorDash anymore.
Exactly her thought. Yep. Exactly where her brain was. I'm trying to think of some other misadventures we've had in food or.
Well, we had a positive adventure in food today. I made some pizza bread myself.
Bow.
Oh yeah, that was good.
It was so good. Oh man.
I had some French baguettes, like some mini demi baguettes or whatever, and I sliced them open, and I was channeling my inner former line cook experience, and made some delicious tomato bread.
That bread was so decadent. You just bite in and it was crunchy and then fluffy, and I was just having a joy.
It was good bread. It was from Meyer of all places. It was a Meyer brand, and it was really tasty.
Yeah, Meyer.
I put some fresh basil on it and sliced up some tomatoes, and I didn't have any mozzarella, so I used Monterey cheese. And I used some of that really good shaved Parmesan.
Oh, the 14-month aged Parmesan?
Yeah. Yeah, it was really good. And then some pepper, black and white peppercorns, and garlic salt.
It was, be still my heart. It was so delicious and tasty.
And I didn't feel like melting butter because I was really lazy, so I just got the mayonnaise out, and I buttered them with mayo before I took.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
It's a super smart hack.
It was really good. I never made them with mayo before, but it was yummy.
That's how I did the BLT dog.
Yeah.
That was the secret to getting the mayo in there and the flavor without
in
it
the
being...
bun.
Yep.
I remember that. That was a good hot dog.
I'll make it again.
We haven't had hot dogs in a while.
Yeah.
Now we can't have BLTs.
Yeah, we can. Let's talk about this debate on the podcast.
I don't know. I think I don't think I can feel good about eating pork anymore. Now that I have a potbelly pig living at my abode.
You did order bacon at the Waffle House. I'm just saying.
Calling me out. Yeah,
Rude.
you know what? I felt really awful when I ate it.
Well, you didn't eat all of it. You only had like a bite.
Because I felt so bad about it. I was like, I can't eat all of it. I can't do it.
Listen.
It's making me feel sad.
I love animals.
Kevin, my pig. I have a pig at my house named Kevin Bacon, and he's just so wonderful and like the best pet. I was really not happy about this pig when he made his arrival, but he's grown on me, and I like feeding him watermelon, and it makes me feel better about my life.
It is pretty funny.
He's pretty therapeutic. He's a therapy pig.
He's a rough lover, though. He attacked me with love. Do you remember that?
That's so
he was
funny.
Like jumping up on my knee a bunch, and then he kept like
His crazy
boinking
hooves.
his
does that.
snout into my leg like really hard. And I'm like, wow,
I was sitting
and then
on
he
the
bit
floor.
me?
Yeah. He like gives you little love bites.
Tried to bite my fucking toes off.
He's hilarious. Nah, he's mellowing out. He just gets really excited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
he's a pig
he
after
likes
all.
to lay down and let me scratch his belly and his chin. He enjoys that. And I like that about him, so I'll keep him around for a while and not eat bacon. Whatever. It's a small sacrifice. I love Kevin.
I like Kevin, but I love bacon.
Yeah, I love Kevin now, so whatever.
Listen.
Fuck bacon.
No, never.
When Kevin's no longer in my life, I'll reconsider. I don't know.
It's not like you're going to eat him.
No, like it just doesn't taste good to me. Like I have to like pet this little piggy and like love him and take care of him and feed him watermelon for Christ's sake, and he has such like human eyes and he's just looking at me like, "Oh, hey, what's up? Pet me." I'll be like, "Okay, here."
I think I
take my love, man.
I think I
I'll never eat you.
disassociate a little bit because he's not a regular pig. You have a goth piggy.
Yeah, he's all black.
He's a little black piggy, so I don't associate him with like the bacon. I only associate the pink pig with the bacon.
If you like if Kevin is laying down and you're just petting his little belly and you see like his legs and he lets you like touch his feet and like rub on him and stuff, it's like how could you? No, I don't want to. I don't want to eat bacon.
Like I said, I love cows, but they still are tasty as fuck.
Well, I don't have a pet cow, so I'm gonna eat him a steak if I want to.
That is true. That is
Whatever.
true. That is true.
I don't have a cow named Kevin. I have a piggy named Kevin, so I'm not gonna eat bacon.
Any cows.
No, I don't want to meet cows.
No. See, that seems like a bad decision to make.
Yeah, no more pets.
No more pets.
You didn't even listen. We only talked about your bread. We haven't even talked about dinner yet.
Yeah, I needed some comfort food, so I made my
Lanta.
company's Common Chicken Casserole. It's my grandma's recipe, and it tastes like grandma food.
Yeah, and it's delicious.
Mm-hmm. I think I probably talked about this casserole on the podcast before.
Yeah, we did the last time, but you made it differently this time.
I did make it differently this time. I used some good soup, and like usually you're supposed to just use a can of cream of mushroom, but we got can of cream of shiitake and crimini or whatever.
I don't know how to say that word.
Yeah.
I didn't look.
It has like two different mushrooms in it, and we got the stuffing mix that has all the different seasonings and herbs in it.
And that was like called savory herbs.
Yeah, savory herb. But
yeah.
Yeah, we got that kind. It's just like stovetop stuffing. You mix that with 2 cans of cream of mushroom. And then your shredded chicken. And this time, instead of using a rotisserie chicken, which I've only ever used in this recipe, I put 3 chicken breasts in the Instapot and seasoned the hell out of it with like rosemary and pepper and garlic salt and regular salt and a couple other little things. And then it was so good. Like it shredded.
Holy shit, it was
perfect.
delicious. Just you talking about it, I want to go get a helping.
Yeah, and this time I used, usually I use Swiss cheese, but I used Monterey and triple cheddar. I've never made it with cheddar cheese before, and it was really good. I liked it.
It is so tasty. I ate every bite on my plate. We had the potatoes that we love to make.
I almost feel like there was almost too much chicken. Like the ratio of stuffing to chicken was like...
Not even.
Well, usually I only put 2 chicken breasts in, and then because I'm like just deconstructing the rotisserie chicken, like right off the bone, so I'm just pulling meat off the bone, and I thought that would be like the equivalent of maybe like 3 chicken breasts, but clearly 3 was just a little bit too much.
Maybe 2.5 or 2 1/4.
Yeah, I'd say 2.5. 2.5 would probably be the appropriate amount, because then it would be a little bit more, I don't know, less chickeny.
Super delicious. Seriously, I cannot praise it enough.
We had mashed potatoes and corn.
Yellow and white corn, which was different than what we usually get. It was really tasty.
I used that last time I made the corn casserole, and I thought it was really good. But this time I didn't make that. I just served it on the side, and it was equally delicious.
Do you guys want to go start the cookies? Is that a thing right now? I just realized we have those. Is it too late?
We made dessert tonight. We made a cherry crisp.
Yeah.
And we
tried.
Yeah, the problem is there's some problems. There's always some fucking problems. It's like never easy, man.
We've been working really hard lately, so
it was such a long day.
We forget
such
things.
a long month and year. It's been a long day. So yeah, I was tired and I fucked up my dessert, but it all worked out for the best, I think.
Yeah,
it was delicious.
Tasted good.
Yeah, I mean it could have been better, but
it was.
The problem was, so we were at the store and we got all excited that we were gonna get this boxed cherry crisp mix, because I was like, oh, it's already done. You just have to pour it on cherry pie filling. And we were at the store like a week or 2 ago and bought what we thought was cherry pie filling.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're like, okay, this will be perfect. So we get back making this cherry crisp, and the box, she looks at it and realizes that it has non-fat dry milk in it, and she can't have that because it'll upset her stomach.
Death.
Yeah, and we don't need that.
Insta poison.
I'm like, motherfucker, all right, let's just make our own thing. We have oats, we have brown sugar, we have all sorts of yummy things that we can do. We have butter. Like, let's make our own crisp. So we go to do it, and we open the can of cherries, and it's not cherry pie filling, but it is like cherries in heavy syrup.
Mm-hmm.
So we thought, all right, well, let's just put more oats and flour to compensate for the extra liquid, and then maybe it'll, crisp up and won't just be like oatmeal, like cherry oatmeal, which would not be the worst thing either,
Still a win.
Still a win. So I'm mixing this shit up. I put in... I didn't put in any salt. I should have put in salt. That was dumb.
Oh, yeah.
Damn.
Forgot.
Another mistake. I'm just thinking about it right now. It's like, damn, I didn't put any salt in. I should have. I put in some oats. I put in some extra oats. I put in all the brown sugar we had, which was probably not enough.
Not enough.
No. We didn't have enough brown sugar. So I had to put in like regular like white granulated sugar, which was fine, I suppose.
You just chopped kitchen the fuck out of this.
I had to chop kitchen it, yeah. And then I put it in the oven, and it smelled beautiful. I put cinnamon, I put nutmeg in it, I mixed it all up, I put melted butter in it, poured it over the cherries, put it in the oven at 350, put it in for 30 minutes. 6 minutes before it's supposed to go off, I was like, oh, I didn't put any flour in it. And flour is like the one ingredient it needs to like become a crisp.
The most.
Yep. So I'm thinking, shit. Oh no, that's embarrassing. So then I told you guys what happened. I went and checked it, and I'm looking at it, I was like, yep, that's going to be cherry oatmeal. And it was like, it looked like it was turning into like cherry jelly, and honestly, it was really good.
I thought it was delicious.
I thought it was really good. I wasn't like mad at it.
My stomach is telling me right now, it's like, hey, bro, you totally overate. Good job. Congratulations.
My stomach's telling me that I want to serve it over ice cream.
Ooh. Delicious. Do we have a guest cat at the door?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm hearing. Yeah, I don't know if they're picking that up on the microphone.
She always makes an appearance.
Yeah, so we are foodies watching movies. I think maybe we should transition into some film talk, or...
Yeah, so I finally made you guys... I put my foot down and I declared that I wanted to watch this movie that I hadn't seen in a really long time. It was one of my favorite movies growing up. I saw it when I was way too young to see it in hindsight.
Makes a lot of sense.
After watching this movie, I'm thinking about it. I'm like, oh man, that makes a lot of sense. It's all coming together. But yeah, I decided that tonight was the night that we watched The Road to Wellville, which is one of my favorite movies.
It's like a...
what year is that movie from?
94.
1994. It stars Matthew. It's like got a great cast, an all-star
Amazing
90s
cast.
perfect cast. Bridget Fonda, which I said I can't take seriously ever since Lake Placid. John Cusack, whom I love in like everything that he's in. Anthony Hopkins was insane
Killed it.
He
in
was
this
insane.
movie. He was just amazing. And Dana Carvey's in this movie too.
Also
he is like the
insane.
show stealer of the movie, I think.
Yeah, he's the best part of the movie.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
What was her name? Lara
Flynn Boyle.
Yeah.
Who was also in Wayne's World with Dana Carvey.
Psycho Hose Beast, man.
Psycho Hose Beast. It's a gun rack. Anyway.
Oh, no, I can't.
Tangent City.
It's okay. You can tangent into Wayne's World talk. That's acceptable.
No, it won't stop.
No, but this movie came out like around, it was like 94, like you said. And it was it's a period piece that takes place at Harvey Kellogg's Sanitarium in Battle Creek, Michigan.
Now, I will say, I looked it up. The story is a fictionalization of the events. Like, it's like a kind of like a dramatization, yeah. But it is got some truth
It's based
to it.
in what happened.
And it's also based off of a novel. It was a novel first.
Right. Like, purely this is a story of fiction, but it's has real people and like situations in it, that are referenced and whatnot. But
go ahead.
It's just like one of those really surreal, absurd, silly, dark, like dramedies. But it sticks with you. I'll say that. What did you guys think of it?
Sarah, do you want to go first? You want me to?
Oh, you can go ahead.
I quite frankly loved the movie. I thought for a period piece it was very well done. The music was throughout very whimsical, which changes the tone of the seriousness and the severity of some of the tones and the situations that are happening during the movie, which I really appreciated. Like, there are some moments where it's just really intense, and it could feel really tense, and then there's like, boop, ba-doop, and you're just like, whoa, okay, it's super happy. Now I guess
people playing kazoos.
Yeah, and you're just like, what the hell? But it kind of is also a peeling back of the curtain of that time and the repression that so many people felt and how that repression was used in a lot of gross ways against them. And that stuff really did happen, and not necessarily to all the extremes in that movie, but
right. But people were really into the whole like sense of self-care and health. Like the health food craze took over during this time period, and people just wanted to like take care of their bodies, and everybody wanted to make money off of it. And that's like an interesting subplot of this movie as well, is while they're, you're getting the story of what's happening to these characters that are going to the sanitarium to get well and renew their health in all of these insane contraptions and, ways, like, whatever. But then there's also, like I said, the subplot where this other character that the main characters had met on a train on the way to this town, he's trying to open this breakfast food company, and that's John Cusack's character, and he's like kind of turning into like a swindler in a way. He gets kind of swindled by his partner, and business deals go bad, and he ends up teaming up with Mr. Kellogg's son, and
he gets a little grimy.
Yeah, it's a great movie. I would highly recommend this movie if you want some 90s nostalgia. Like, it feels like you're watching a movie from 1994 when you're watching it. Everything's intentional, everything, like, it had a good budget, it had a good cast. It was a good movie.
I agree.
It's weird.
Fully. I think it could actually somehow, I don't know how, but it could unseat one of the ones on my top 25 to make it onto my list. It was like, it does stick with you. You think about the whole movie, and there's so many different ridiculous moments. Few one word, word association, milk bath comes to mind. Like that's a really awkward scene. And then like the attempted making of the cereal brand, and them eating 22 different prototype cornflakes that are all disgusting, and even the pigs won't fucking eat them. Like, those kind of little things just were silly, but it was so well done. It's just like,
and there's so many enemas.
Oh God, gross. He just keeps getting it. Poor Matthew Broderick.
Yeah, I was thinking he was the real MVP of this movie. He made it out alive.
Yeah.
Barely able to sit down by the time that movie's done for him.
Yeah, but there was so many like weird doctor-y shit going on back then, that people were just jumping on the bandwagon to try.
There were also, and I kind of loved the delirium of it, because it's really an insight to Matthew Broderick character's headspace when he's at Wellville, as it were, at the Battle Creek Sanitarium. He just sees all the titties. He's all about them titties.
Yeah, he's just losing his mind.
He's hallucinating every woman's tits in every situation. He's like, oh, whoa, what's happening? I'm very confused.
It's a really weird movie. And I think that I probably saw it when I was too young to see this movie.
Wow.
But it is what it is. What did you think of it, Sarah?
Oh, I liked it. I
thought you would like it.
Yeah. Yeah, I really like the costumes. I like the music. I really want to know what we're calling a kazoo that they were using in the music. I want to know what that was. I want to find out.
You had said that you might have thought that it was just the mouthpiece of the trumpet being blown through, or
yeah, that's what I think.
Like that.
That's what I thought it was, but I'm uncertain. My gut instincts tell me it's them playing the mouthpieces, but
I don't know.
Tell.
They had a great score. Like, the music was wonderful in this movie.
Yeah.
Like Nate had said in the movie while we were talking about it, he's like, man, if they would have like a horror theme soundtrack going on behind it would be in a totally different movie.
Yeah, right.
Because it has some really dark themes that you aren't really highlighted because the score is so like goofy.
Yeah, you kind of
like
get pushed through
like
the
bumbling
story in that
along.
way. Exactly. It's like the drunkle. Your drunk uncle just like kind of stuff. Hey guys, I'm stumbling into the place to come to tell the story.
Yeah, it was a good one. I'm so glad that I made you guys finally watch it.
I dug it quite a bit. One thing I want to say is Matthew Broderick in the 90s was like just saying superhero gold. How did they not put a suit on him in the 90s? Did you see how ripped and toned he looked? Like, Jesus. He's not that now. He's obviously like in his 50s. He's probably like kind of not quite as great a shape, but maybe, I don't know, who knows.
I haven't seen Matthew Broderick in a while.
He did like a commercial that was like teasing Ferris Bueller too, but it never was really a thing, obviously.
Yeah, it was like a Super Bowl thing, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I vaguely remember that.
And he doesn't look.
Is he still married to Sarah Jessica Parker?
Use your phone. Google.
I don't
is
have
a
my
thing.
phone.
Oh.
It died. My phone's been dead for a while.
I'll pull it up right now.
I guess I don't really need to know, but I kind of need to know.
Yeah, you need to know. Don't lie.
SJP.
We should talk about. Can we listen. One last thing that we can discuss before we get on here, because it is food based. Can we at least talk about how we played with Mac Sabbath? Like, they're a food based band. That's hysterical.
Yeah.
Their whole gimmick is like ridiculous, up to like 3 million. It's like the Misfats, but turned on its head, as it were.
Yeah, it was a fun show. It was interesting. I liked the fact that they had changed the words to be about food.
And their grill.
I could appreciate that. Yeah, their stage show was pretty fun. Like, he was flipping burgers on stage, and the ketchup bottles filled with water that he was spraying on people. It was gross, but everybody loved it.
Yeah, he had a few like clown tricks, like he would pretend to just like, I forgot what he was doing.
He poured
pouring
a full
something.
PBR into his bucket, and then he went to throw it on the crowd, but it was actually
all confetti.
Yeah. That was funny.
That was funny.
Clown tricks.
And they had their drums were looked like burgers.
They were beautiful too.
know.
They were one of those SJC drums.
It was pretty cool.
Oh man, they were gorgeous.
Every single drum, each tom, the bass drum, everything was a different menu item on the menu for McDonald's. So the first tom was the fillet of fish, and the second tom was a double cheeseburger. The bass drum was a Big Mac, and then the floor tom was a double quarter pounder with cheese.
That's hysterical.
Also, Matthew Broderick is 57.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, continue. Let's go back to talking about the Slayer
Is he still
McCheese.
married to SJP? You never said, did you?
Personal
You
life.
said I need to know.
It seems that they are still together.
Well, how about that?
Yeah. But here's a picture of him in 2009, if you need to see him getting up there. That's 10 years old now, so he's 10 years older from this pic.
Yep.
Damn.
That's interesting. That reminds me of a conversation I had with my son the other day. We were talking about Brendan Fraser, because oh God, why were we talking about Brendan Fraser? Oh, I remember we were watching this movie, and he had a cameo in it when he was younger, when he was probably in his 20s before he did anything else.
It was just like a small.
It was like right
blip.
before he did George of the Jungle. So yeah, I think this movie came out in probably like 95. And he's like, "Hey, it's George of the Jungle," and I was like, "Hey, it is Brendan Fraser. How about that?" And then he's like, "What does he look like in real life?" And I was like, "Oh man, I don't want to show him."
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And he's like, "I bet he's really handsome." And I was like, "Yeah, he's really handsome." So I googled Brendan Fraser 1999 images and showed him, and it was like him, with his mummy haircut, all like handsome and suave and built and stuff. He's like, "Oh, see, I told you, he's still handsome." I'm like, "Yep, he looks great."
Aw, you didn't crush the dream for him.
Well, I don't really know what he looks like now. I just know that he, is older and.
He just did Doom Patrol.
I haven't seen him in that or in whatnot.
You'll love it. I only watched the pilot.
Yeah, maybe I just wanted to shield myself from it as well. So we looked up 1999 Brendan Fraser. I love that Oliver likes him. It's so funny.
Brendan Fraser now.
Oh, okay.
So not that bad. He's just put on a little weight.
That's all right.
He's getting up there, though. He's not young anymore. He's, let's see, I just had it. He is...
Man, I feel like an asshole now.
50.
Talking about Brendan Fraser's looks.
He's 50. No, we're not talking mean about his look. It's just interesting because these are our actors that we grew up with in our childhood,
Right.
And that defined our love for cinema in a lot of ways. I mean, you look at somebody like Michael Myers, same thing, man. He's getting up there. Adam Sandler, they're not going to stay young forever, But it's cool to look at their career and be like, man, Jim Carrey is just as suave and as crazy now in his 60s as he was in his 20s.
You know what's weird about that though is all of these people that were great actors that we loved when we were kids, because they're older. I feel like, man, I just lost my train of thought.
We were talking about actors aging, so I don't know if that will jog you at all. If not, it's okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because I was talking about Ollie, and I feel like he doesn't have any actors that he knows their names and looks up to and specifically likes their movies, unless it's movies that I've showed him that I liked when I was little. So it was weird having to look up old school pictures of Brendan Fraser as opposed to 2019, because he wouldn't be like, "That's not him,"
No, it is, buddy.
Yeah.
No, but I totally understand that. All in all, I want to just go back quickly to Road to Wellville and say that I would give it a 4.25 out of 5 stars. If I'm rating it. It was really enjoyable. It was fun to watch. The story wasn't boring. I thought Anthony Hopkins killed it.
Yeah, it had good pacing. It was well made. It was a good movie.
I stand by the fact that I think Dana Carvey, he stole the show across the board. and played such a different role, especially in that time. Like, think about 94 for him.
Mhm.
For him to kind of play that seedy, not what you're expecting character, and then that character's whole backstory is just like,
yeah, it's some dark shit.
You know, it is totally fucking dark and demented, and like.
But I think you come away from the movie feeling satisfied and amused.
Totally. And then there's just like like I said, there's the pinches of ridiculousness over and over again throughout the movie that make it for me. That are just like, well, it's like he's throwing boxes, sir. Empty boxes? No, it's the cornflakes essentially. And he's like, oh yeah, used ones,
Mm-hmm.
sir. He's found the laboratory, latrines, yeah, the latrines.
He just didn't get it. He's throwing shit at the guests. It's poop again.
I knew you were gonna get it in there. That's funny. I was waiting.
Call the fire department. This one's out of control.
Oh, it's always appropriate.
Oh, that's funny. All right, folks.
I think this was a good prep for our upcoming '90s bracket conversations we'll be having.
We've got what we're kind of extending the season out a little bit because we want to make sure something really special happened. AP and Liz got to go on their honeymoon in Africa. They also learned how to cook African cuisine.
Yeah.
And they want to cook that for us and give us that experience here and see how we like it.
That's so cool. I can't wait.
Same, absolutely. I'm super fucking excited. We've been trying to plan it and things keep kind of just almost coalescing and then kind of falling apart a little bit, but we're going to get it locked down. That's again that's why we plan to extend this season out at least one additional episode to make sure we get that in, and then it's 90s bracket city and it is on till the break of dawn. I'm going to try to, I kind of have decided to, because I'm sure there's going to be a large list of animated movies and there's a large list of comedies, dramas, and horrors and all that. I think I am going to try to maybe keep them categorized once we figure out the 64 teams or teams as it were in our late
yeah, because we need to decide, we're trying to decide the ultimate 90s movie, right?
Correct. Like
we did last season with the 80s.
Correct.
So we kind of have to be all inclusive with our genres.
Correct. So I get what you're saying. There could be stuff that kind of is genre bled, that where would you put it? But I think if it's a high enough rated movie, it's not going to matter. It's going to transcend.
We'll see what happens.
I can't wait to see what
And we're open to suggestions. If anybody out there has an opinion on what 90s movies need to be made on the lists, let us know.
I think we want to / and also are planning on putting some sort of poll up or something on the Foodies page.
We talked about doing a poll on Facebook, on the Foodies Facebook page.
Giving people an opportunity to share their voice and say, these are the 90s movies I love, damn it. Put them on your list.
Yeah.
And we'll figure it out. But before we get out of here, folks, you can always check out Foodies Watching Movies every other Wednesday right here on the Journey into Comics Network at journeyintocomics.com. Get us on iTunes, Podbean, Stitcher Radio, Google Play Music, Spotify, CastBox, TuneIn, and many others. Just search Journey into Comics Network. Hey, Alexa, play Journey into Comics Network, because that actually works. And you can also do it for Google. Hey, Google, play Journey into Comics Network. Now that I've got all your machines playing our episodes and your house is freaking the fuck out, go to patreon.com and give us $1 to shut that shit off. For exclusive content and early access, go to patreon.com/journeyintocomics. And we hope to see you guys there. Sara, Veronica, thank you both so much for joining me on Season 3, Episode 23 of Foodies Watching Movies, the 2-year anniversary of the Journey into Comics Network.
Yay!
I have been Nate.
I'm Veronica.
Sara.
We will see you folks later. Eat fearless.